Assalamu alaikum.
Aslam.
So, sir, tell us about yourselves and the company you are presenting here today.
Okay. I'm Mohammed Atif. I'm representing ZIL Limited. It's a 75-year-old company. We are in the FMCG industry in the personal care segment. Capri Soap is a flagship product, and then we have many other products like Hypro and the Liquid Hand Shop. And we've been acquired by a Middle East group. So the company is growing exponentially, and we'll be launching into more segments and categories this year, inshallah.
Okay. Thank you. So, moving on, what do you think as the potential ben of students here today?
Okay, relatively I found the students interest level and the aptitude level better than the rest of the universities. And in terms of their communication and their general aptitude, it was very nice, and they were interested to know about their career and their other opportunities. So I had a good day over here guiding and counseling all the students.
Okay, so sir, moving on, what do you think would be some tips or suggestions for the students regarding jobs or job interviews?
Okay, one thing I want them is to be specific about what they want in life and with their careers. So I met a lot of students who did not have an idea about what they want to pursue and how they should decide what career is good for themselves. So I provided them some tips like they need to see their strengths, their aptitude, and what jobs they can contribute best. So using that in mind, they can be of a better value to organizations, and then they can have a faster career growth in their professional lives.
Okay. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
So, ma'am, tell us about yourself and the company you're presenting here today.
Okay, I'm Hafsa, assistant manager, HR from HR department now. Our company है Yunus Textile Mills. It's about home textile. So, like we have like products like bedding, duvet covers, curtains. So something like it's all about home textile.
So, ma'am, moving on, what do you think are the potential ben of students here today?
Like what I've seen so far is like they're very good in communications. और जो चीज़ें मतलब उनको they are clear about like what they are going to do in future ना. Like तो अगर आप थोड़े से पुराने बच्चों को देखो ना और different university से तो like उनको clarity नहीं होती कि like what they want to do in the future, but they are very clear like in what field they want to go और domain क्या चाहिए उन्हें, वो सारी चीज़ें उनको clear है यहाँ पे. तो मुझे वो लगा कि communication काफ़ी अच्छी है like so far ना जो अब तक interaction हुआ है students से.
So, ma'am, moving on, what do you think would be some tips or suggestions for the students regarding jobs or job interviews?
इंटरव्यूज़ में यही मैं कहूँगी कि कुछ CVs थोड़ी सी ना क्लटर्ड हैं. लाइक वो अभी तो मेरे पास टाइम है तो मैं देख रही हूँ, बट जब आप ऑनलाइन अप्लाई करते हो तो वो इतनी क्लटर्ड CV या इतनी जो क्लियर नहीं हो ना तो वो समझ में नहीं आती है, वो पीछे हमारे जो है डाटा में सिर्फ सेव हो जाती है. सो आई वुड लाइक टू सजेस्ट देम के, और मैं सजेस्ट कर भी रही थी उनको ना ऑन एंड ऑफ के इस चीज़ पे थोड़ा काम करो, CV को थोड़ा सा जो ना ऑर्गेनाइज करके बनाओ और डाटा नज़र आ रहा हो, जो आपकी स्पेसिफिक चीज़ है हाईलाइटेड वो नज़र आए.
Okay, so ma'am, how far has your experience here has been today?
It's been great ला, और ये जो मतलब उन्होंने डिवाइड कर दिया ना 3 में तो वो थोड़ा सा अच्छा है, ऑर्गेनाइज और सुकून है कि एक होता है ना कि क्लटर्ड हो जाता है. सो इट्स लाइक वेरी गुड, और इंटरेक्शन भी बहुत अच्छा रहा, नेटवर्किंग भी बहुत अच्छी थी, ऑर्गेनाइज्ड भी बहुत अच्छा है. जो इनकी कमेटी है बार बार जो है हमारे साथ जो है कांटेक्ट में ही है, तो इट्स ग्रेट.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well.
So, introduce yourselves and this company that you are representing here today.
So I am here to present TPL Corp as a company. TPL Corp is basically a conglomerate. It has multiple subsidiaries working under it. There's TPL Tracker, TPL Insurance, TPL Life. TPL Maps is the newest subsidiary of TPL Corp.
Okay.
And I am working over here as an HR business partner.
Okay, so moving on to the second question, what do you think is the potential and creativity of the students regarding the job fair that is happening today?
I think I've seen a lot of students. They are very excited. They have a lot of potential. I actually got a lot of good CVs. I took a bit of interviews also on the spot. So there's a lot of potential with the candidates over here.
So moving on to the third question, what would be certain tips and suggestions for the students applying for jobs or job interviews?
I think soft skills are very important. So firstly, your communication is the most important. There's communication skills. इसके अलावा leadership skills are also very important. So my advice to students would be to brush up on their soft skills alongside any of the hard skills.
Okay, thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
So, ma'am, tell us about yourselves and the company you're presenting here today.
I'm Shanza Siddiqui from the Daud Foundation. I'm an HR executive. Daud Foundation basically promotes informal learning through educational initiatives. If you have heard about TDF Magnific Science and TDF Ghar, there are initiatives and we do promote them, and then we have different opportunities over there, permanent positions and internships as well.
Okay, so, ma'am, moving on. Tell us about the potential that you've seen in the students here today.
Okay, so the response was great. I'd say that the CV making skills were subpar. I would rate them somehow 8 on 10. But the students were very informally dressed, so that's one major thing that I look into. So other than that, everything was perfect. Their behavior was a bit casual too, and more giveaway focused. But yes, other than that, I was okay with them.
Okay, so, ma'am, lastly, what would be certain tips or suggestions for the students regarding jobs or job interviews?
Okay, come prepared, research about the companies, dress well, have your CV in your hand or accessible, like if you can show it to me or just send it to on the QR code. Other than that, be very formal in terms of interaction, like make up questions, try to hold a conversation. That's about it.
Okay. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum Salam. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you too?
I'm good.
So, ma'am, tell us about yourselves and the company you're presenting here today.
Yeah, so basically my company name is Techie, and my name is Ramisha. I am the founder of the company. Basically, I started this whole thing 3 years back, and I have a huge freelance experience that is, basically contributing to what and where I'm standing today. And alhamdulillah, so far, the resources that I have in my team are great, and we have been doing exceptional work because of the team.
Okay, thank you. So, moving on, what do you think has the potential been of students here today?
So honestly, we have gotten a good traffic on our own booth, and the students, there were even students from other universities as well. So I think the word was spread very nicely about the job fair, and the students were also skilled. So I believe that they are already upskilling themselves. Apart from just studying here at ZABIST, they're also they're also studying in through some online courses, and because I also received resumes that are people are already experienced. So everyone is suited for internships. There are also job basically resumes with us. So I think the crowd was very good, and the fact that we had other people from other universities, that was also, I think, very commendable.
So, moving on, what do you think would be some tips or suggestions for the students regarding jobs or job interviews?
I think from the experience, even for myself, when I was hunting for jobs, I made sure even from before that I had already upskilled myself, and which is a very important thing. Being tech savvy is very, very important. Knowing the right kind of tools, from before is very important, because if you want to have an edge over other students, you need to know more than what's just taught at the university. So it's very important, that you're following. Right now there's a huge trend of podcast, and you can learn so much. There's time management, there's how to keep yourself updated with the latest trends. If I talk about social media, then even for myself, I have to keep myself updated at this stage as well. So at every point, even if the students are looking for jobs, they have to keep themselves extremely updated. They have to subscribe to different channels, so that they automatically get newer updates every day. Everybody's scrolling on the news feed every day on Instagram, so it'll be nice if they can subscribe to the right channel, so that they are very much updated, and it's very important for them to be skilled. Number 2, so upskilling is very important, and number 3, it's very important to be very communicative. Otherwise, even if you have 3.8 GPA, you will not land at a good company if your communication skills are not nice. So that's, I think, the 3 things that I feel are very important while you're hunting for a job.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Ma'am, so tell us about the potential that you've seen in the students today.
Thank you for asking these questions. Actually, we have seen a lot of potential in the candidates. People are from different backgrounds like business graduations, business graduates, computer science, mechatronics. People have a lot of interest in internship and MTO programs, and hopefully we'll get them on board in an MTO and internship programs.
Okay, so ma'am, moving on. What do you think would be certain tips or suggestions for the students regarding jobs or job interviews?
There are different perspectives. Being a recruiter, I would say that students should be prepared for a recruitment drive or a internship or a career fair. I have seen a lot of students are coming and they all are interested in different fields. People are from different backgrounds. I would say that they should be prepared before coming to the career fair, and we should have at least a proper database while from the ZABIST University, so we can use them according to our requirement.
Okay. Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Welcome, salam.
Ma'am, so tell us about yourself and the company you're presenting here today.
Okay, so my name is Sayyida Zoya Adil and I'm the brand manager at SSGC LPG. SSGC LPG is basically the biggest importer of Pakistan for the LPG gas. We are basically the subsidiary of SSGC company, which is our parent company, and we are the one that provides cylinders. So we have 5 different SKUs in the cylinders and obviously multiple pricing. And हमारा जो business model होता है उसमें we have divided into 3. So the first division is basically the bulk buying, जिसके अंदर we give it to the companies like Hascoal, PSO and all these big companies, and उसमें we have different bowsers that come to our Karachi terminal and they take the gas from that. उसके अलावा we have an HD model which is a home delivery model. Home delivery model में ये होता है कि it's a B2C model जिसमें हम अपने consumers को देते हैं. और फिर हमारा एक जो third model है, that is basically the corporates who take it from a smaller bulk, but वो बहुत ज़्यादा बड़े bulk में नहीं लेती हैं. So these are some of the companies like that.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Walaikum assalam.
Assalamu alaikum.
So ma'am, starting off, tell us about yourselves and the company that you're presenting here today.
My name is Jisra Nasir. I am head of marketing at Snap Retail. So Snap Retail is basically a startup. We are a retail fintech and we are trying to digitize Kiryana stores all across Pakistan and globally. Currently, most of our market penetration is in Sindh, mostly towards Karachi, and we have over 2,500 stores. Our core business is that हम digitalization में Kiryana store के जो retailers होते हैं, we provide them with a micro ERP system, both हार्डवेयर एंड सॉफ्टवेयर, जिससे वो अपनी जितनी दुकान की ऑपरेशंस हैं वो सारी जो है वो डिजिटली कर सकते हैं. तो हम उनको इक्विप कर रहे हैं कैपिटल टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ ताकि वो जो मॉडर्न ट्रेड रिटेलर्स हैं उनके साथ compete कर सकें.
So moving on, sir, tell us about the potential and creativity you have seen in the students here.
जी, यहाँ जो हमने अभी ज़्यादातर जो सीवीज़ देखी है, क्योंकि यहाँ CS से रिलेटेड बहुत सारी सीवीज़ आई हैं, डेटा एनालिस्ट वगैरह, तो बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं यहाँ के जो कि जिनके पास एक्सपीरियंस भी है और जो कि फ्रेशीज़ भी हैं, तो काफ़ी सारे, और उनको काफ़ी सारी लैंग्वेजेस भी का भी पता है, जैसे कि पाइथन है और बहुत सारे प्लेटफॉर्म भी उनको चलाने आते हैं लाइक MySQL वगैरह. तो मैं भी एक ZABIST का स्टूडेंट हूँ. मैं बेसिकली मास्टर्स कर रहा हूँ प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजमेंट ZABIST यूनिवर्सिटी से. तो यहाँ के स्टूडेंट जो हैं, और ZABIST का कैरियर फेयर भी बहुत अच्छा है, यहाँ बहुत सारी कंपनीज़ भी आई हुई हैं और यहाँ के स्टूडेंट जो है वो काफ़ी अच्छे हैं, लाइक के उनके पास स्किल्स भी हैं, उनकी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स बहुत अच्छी हैं, तो काफ़ी अच्छा है.
So lastly, ma'am, what would be certain tips or suggestions for the students regarding job or job interviews?
Okay, so first of all, introduction about myself. I'm Neha Javed Khan, HR business partner of Snap Retail. So I'm also an associate psychologist. So one tip I want to give the students is to work on their soft skills. ठीक है, तो जब भी इंटरव्यू पर जाएं, बी कॉन्फिडेंट, बी कॉन्फिडेंट से कॉन्फिडेंटली बात करें, और आपका जो है बॉडी पोस्चर कैसा होना चाहिए. तो आपको अपने सॉफ्ट स्किल्स पर काम करना चाहिए, बिकॉज हार्ड स्किल्स तो हम लोग ऑन द जॉब हम सीख ही जाते हैं. तो वन सजेशन आई वांट टू गिव इज टू वर्क ऑन द सॉफ्ट स्किल्स और कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स पर काम करना चाहिए.
Thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Ma'am, so tell us about yourselves and this company that you're representing.
Okay, so this is Aisha. I am the assistant manager talent here at SZABIST Digital. So basically, SZABIST Digital is an end-to-end e-commerce services provider. We provide solutions like digital marketing, fulfillment, customer services, brand services, web development, and so forth and so on.
So moving on to the second question, what do you think is the creativity and potential of the students regarding this job fair happening today?
I think it's a very good opportunity for the students to interact directly with the recruiters of the top-notch organizations. I think they have a very good opportunity to learn with the high-end professionals of different high-end companies, and I think overall it's a very good initiative by ZABIST.
Okay, so lastly, what would be certain tips or suggestions for the students regarding jobs or job interviews?
Okay, so one of the main tips that I gave most student today is to have a very good ATS friendly resume, because most of the students, they make their CVs on Canva, which is not really ATS friendly. And second thing would be networking, to network with the potential recruiters on LinkedIn. I think that would be one of the main networking thing that they could do that would help them get a very good opportunity.
Okay, thank you so much. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum Salam.
So sir, tell us about yourself and the company you're presenting here today.
My name is Zaid Ali and I'm working as a manager learning and development for Salam Takaful. मेरे पास Salam Takaful के अंदर L&D के अलावा I'm catering ESG segment as well and the talent acquisition part somewhat we can say, and the company that we represent is Salam Takaful. Salam Takaful is basically an insurance company, but it's an Islamic insurance company, just like Mizan Bank, the first Islamic bank. So it's also Islamic insurance company without riba, without gharar, and without uncertainty. So that's what we are presenting.
Okay. So sir, moving on, what do you think as a potential benefit of students here today?
Well, students have a lot of potential, I would say, but the point is that students are more focused towards their GPA. I would suggest them that they should be more focused towards their talent development rather than focusing on their GPA. Unfortunately, everybody focuses on GPA, but in practical life, I'm sorry, GPA doesn't help you anymore.
So sir, lastly, what do you think would be some tips or suggestions for the students regarding jobs or job interviews, if per se?
Well, you see, when you go for an interview, you're not supposed to cry loud about your GPA. In an interview, when you present your self, I think you must talk about something practical that is near to life, something that is near to the market situation. So if you will talk like that, then the interviewer would be impressed. Otherwise, if you will convey stories from the books, theories that you have read in the books, I don't think that will be more practical today.
Okay, thank you so much.